Hello everyone, Rurikhan here coming at you with another First Impressions video, and today we're going to be taking a look at Olli Olli. Now this was actually not a title that I had in my radar, so to speak, so I wasn't really expecting to receive a key for this particular title, but the PlayStation Portugal people sent me over a key so that I could have a look at it, and I thought, hey, why not make a video on it? So I started playing this game last night, and I was surprised because at the first time I saw some media in regards to Olli Olli, I thought that this was actually going to be a title kind of like the Infinite Runners on iOS and Android devices, and I was surprised that that was not the case at all. These levels are not randomly generated, they're actually created by the developers of the game. There's 50 different levels and a whole bunch of challenges that you will have to do on each level in order to actually unlock different game modes for that particular level. So we'll talk about the different game modes and all that other stuff once we actually show you guys some gameplay. Because first of all, I want to show you some gameplay because the gameplay of this title is I think it's going to be a little bit polarizing. Like, some people are going to really enjoy it, particularly people who are into skateboarding and all that kinds of stuff might enjoy it. Other people are probably going to hate it, and they're going to just say, oh, it looks like an iOS game and all that stuff. But you guys know me, I'm not one to really judge a book by its cover, usually anyways. So in my opinion, there is a game here for some people, but there's definitely not a game here for everyone. Not everyone's going to enjoy this. So I want to try and explain to you guys the basic mechanics of the game before I get into the gameplay, simply because the gameplay is so fast-paced and hectic that it's almost impossible for me to explain to you guys what I'm doing. So there's two essential buttons that you got to remember for this particular title. Not two essential buttons even. There's one analog stick and one button that you really got to remember when you're playing this title. So the button is X. X does two things. First thing X does is it gets you to speed up. So you basically like boost the speed at which you're running with your skateboard. Boosting twice basically gets the top speed that you can possibly get, so that you don't have to constantly spam the X button to go faster and faster and faster. However, the thing is, as you're doing different tricks and all that kinds of stuff, you will eventually get a little bit slower, so you will have to recoup that by using speed when appropriate. So that's what the X button does. It speeds you up, and the other thing is you land. So whenever you're airborne, like doing a trick or something, when you're about to land, you have to press X. And the closer to the ground you press X, the better your landing is going to be. So if you're pressing X right as you're touching the floor, that's going to be a perfect landing. So that's one of your objectives that you want to keep in mind as you're doing all these crazy tricks and all that other stuff. You're going to want to keep in mind that whenever you're about to land, you're going to have to press X. And then the left stick is what you're going to use to perform tricks. Usually you will flick the left stick down, keep it pressed, and when you're about to, and when you want to jump or whatever, you make a motion with the stick. Like you can flick up, it's going to do a trick. You can flick it left, it's going to do something else. You can flip it like if you're doing a Hadouken in Street Fighter, it's going to do something different. Basically every type of movement that you can possibly do with your left stick is going to do something different. And then there's also tricks that you can do by combining the left stick with your right trigger, and I believe also the left trigger. I'm going to show you guys a trick list later on for all those of you that actually know anything about skateboarding, which is not the case for me. Now, something else about the left stick is that there's obviously going to be grinds. This is a skating board after all. And in order to grind, you have to press down on the stick as you're about to hit the grind. And just the same way that you would do with the landing, you have to press down on the stick as you're about to hit the grind, and you will get a more perfect grind, so to speak. Yeah, it's a little bit overwhelming, but I'm just saying to you guys up front, because it's going to be really hard for me to comment once the gameplay starts. But let's start with the gameplay so that I can show you guys. This is the very first level of the game, and let's go. So your character is going to be moving there. As you can see, I was boosting up, and then I do a trick, and then I do a grind, and then I do a perfect landing, jump, grind, jump, landing, speed up, failed the landing there, jump, grind, jump, grind, jump. And I'm doing very basic tricks, like you can get really crazy with it. And you can even perform more than one trick while you're in the air. And then you have to nail that landing. I've been doing some pretty decent landings on this level apart from that one. And then at the end of the level, you get to this crowd, and this is pretty much your objective. I scored 26,000, but I've already done a better score on this particular level. Now, there's a bunch of other levels that you can do, and this is only in amateur mode. So once you complete all the challenges in any given level in amateur mode, you're going to have access to pro mode. Like for instance, this is the amateur mode of Urban 3. And I've completed all of the challenges. So I've gotten a score of 50,000 points. I've gotten a combo of 10,000 points. Obviously, combos is when you grind and grind and grind and just keep on doing tricks whilst grinding without stopping. I landed a kickflip. I landed 2 tricks perfectly, and I pulled a perfect grind. So I completed all the challenges in this level, and I'm going to play it for you guys now, since levels are fairly fast anyways, especially because I tend to crash on them really early on. Slide, jump, land. Ooh, and once you miss those jumps, that's what's going to happen. Now, something that is definitely going to be happening a lot in this title for people is it is a lot about trial and error and memory muscle. So basically, you're going to be doing the same level over and over again, unless you're like a god at playing this game or something, which is definitely not the case for me. And your reflexes are going to be tested to the very limit. And it's all about, like I said, trial and error. You're going to have to somewhat memorize these levels and figure out what you have to do at each point, because as you progress further into the title, there are some levels that become damn near impossible. It's going to be like your window for error is like very, very close to 0. Ooh, and we just failed that grind there. And as you can see, whenever you fail a grind and there's like stairs, you're going to crash, and then it's just rinse and repeat. There's a lot of rinsing and repeating in this title, so if you don't like that kind of stuff, you might want to steer away from it. Now, let's select another level. Like I said, that was the amateur mode of the 3rd level, and then there's the pro mode. Now, the pro mode is going to give you different objectives. Like, for instance, here we have the objective of collect the spray can and finish, and trust me, that one is pretty hard. I've been trying that one. Then another objective that is land only perfect landings, and I don't know what is no push allowed. I have a little bit of delay due to the fact that I'm recording. What the hell? If you can't handle frustration, I'm not sure if I can really advise you to get it. Now, at its current pricing, some people might find it too much. It's not my place to judge because, as I've always said, the value of games, it's basically the value that each user places upon the experience that they're having. But this title, I believe, is going to be $10 on PSN. Ooh, smackdown. I'm saying that because it's going to be 9.99 euros in Portugal, so I'm assuming the standard 1-to-1 conversion, which is what you usually get. Whoa. Really going to love it. Now, there's definitely something that I like about the title, which is the challenge. And due to the fact that these levels aren't actually random, what you get is, you basically get better as you do these levels over and over again. So, what the hell? Come on. It's hard doing this while recording because I'm looking at a screen from, which is not the Vita screen when I'm recording Vita, because it's, I have a big screen in front of me and it's a lot easier looking at that screen. Oh, damn it. It's a lot easier looking at the bigger screen where I have the footage of the Vita going to because I'm basically sideways facing my Vita. But the thing is, in this game, any little delay in input is deadly. So you have to actually look at the Vita screen where to play it, which is why I'm failing so hardcore. Now, one of the things that they've done right is the fact that basically whenever you're doing the level, it's very easy to get back into the action. You can just like spam X and just like keep going as you fail. Damn it. Which I'm doing quite a bit of. Let's actually go to the first level, which was a little bit easier if I can remember correctly, so that I can show you a little bit more of this ice space level. Then again, maybe it wasn't that easy. Like I've told you guys, these later levels became really hard, and bear in mind, this is an amateur mode. So imagine what this will be like in pro mode once you actually unlock all the challenges that you have to do. So there's definitely a reasonable amount of content, and there are several modes that you can do. There's also another mode. Ah, damn it! You know what happened there? Instead of pressing X to land, I pressed the analog stick down, which basically is what I've been telling you guys, that it happens. Your muscle memory just gets messed up, and it's like, oh, we gotta land. Press down. Crap! It was X. So, anyways, I'm gonna be returning back to the main menu. Like I've told you, there's the amateur mode, there's the pro mode, then there's the rad mode, and there's the spots mode. Now the spots mode, I'm not exactly sure what that is about, but I think it's about just doing one grind. Yeah, spots is basically about doing one grind on a specific level. And the level is optimized for you to do that one grind. That is basically what spots mode is. I believe that rad mode is going to be like some kind of an evolved version of spot mode, but I'm not sure because, like I said, I wasn't really able to unlock rad mode. So who knows what rad mode is. Ah, come on. But yeah, this is what the spots mode is, but it seems that it's really hard to actually land those later grinds. And the thing about it is, if you nail perfect grinds, you will actually gain speed and momentum. So you want to try and nail those perfect grinds, which whilst you're recording is damn near impossible. Come on, get me a perfect grind. The thing is, now I was trying to memorize the level, because I've noticed that there's a section in the level where you're supposed to actually grind a little bit earlier. Not grind, but jump earlier than at the end of the grind, so that you can actually get to an intermediate platform instead of trying to do a huge ass jump, which is what I've been doing all this time. And that was it. Right there. That was the place that I was supposed to do it. Either way, this is spots mode, so now let me show you guys what the daily grind mode is about. Daily grind mode is like a spots mode, but they change it on a daily basis. So basically, you go to play daily grind mode. Oh, today's in Neon City, which is the one thing that I haven't seen yet. Now, you can practice the daily grind so that you can see what it's going to be like. And after the practice, you have to do it for real, and you only get one shot. You only get one shot at doing it. So let's see what this particular grind's about. What the hell? Okay, I guess this one is going to be really hard. Jesus Christ. Oh, there we go. We're supposed to grind on those. Holy crap. Totally failed it there. Let me get one more practice shot in, and then we're going to try and doing it for real just to see how we do on the daily grind. Ooh, that fail. It's just that first jump. It can all end right there. And obviously, this is going to go onto a global leaderboard to see who does the better daily grind. Whoa. Oh man, it really sucks when you just fail that landing at the very end. And as you can see here, the current leader has 700,000 points. I'm probably never going to do that. Anyways, as you can see here, start, you only get one chance. Oh, the fails! The fails, and that's it. That's what you get from the daily grind. So it's definitely interesting. It's an interesting title. I did not expect that it would be that I would have as much fun with it as I've actually ended up having, because I got this last night. I started playing it last night, and I was like, well, I'll just play this, see what it's all about. And all of a sudden, like an hour had passed, and I didn't even notice it. And I was like, what? I was surprised. So it really is up to you. If you enjoyed what you're watching on screen, most likely you will enjoy it. Just bear in mind of what I've mentioned about the repetition. Oh, come on. I really wish I could at least finish this level, because I haven't finished this one yet. And it would be cool to do it on camera. Ooh, come on. Oh, those grinds. Come on. Oh, failed that tower and just got utterly smashed. Now, something that I hadn't shown you yet, and that I said that I was going to, is the Trictionary. How do I even go to the Trictionary? Oh, here it is. And these are the different tricks that you can actually perform. So there's the Ollie, which is basically you flick the stick up. There's the down Ollie, which is putting it down. Putting it down is actually just to charge up to do something. Then there's the kick flip, the shove it flip, the hard flip, the heel flip, the varial heel flip, the inward heel flip, the front side spin, backside spin, front side flip, backside flip, front side heel flip, and there's more, like front side 360 shove it. And what I mean more, I mean there's more than just these basic tricks. There's also these grinds: tail slide, nose grind, 5-0, lip slide, board slide, crooked grind, salad grind, blunt slide, nose blunt slide. And as you can see, these actually involve pressing the right trigger, as you can see over here. That I've told you guys that there are some tricks that require the left and right trigger as well as the left analog stick. So these are all the crazy tricks that you can do. Each of these tricks is going to give you more points. And obviously you're going to want to be doing perfect landings, perfect grinds, all that stuff, because this game is all about the score, as well as obviously having fun. As per usual, leave me your comments and feedback. What do you guys think about Olli Olli? Is it something that you guys think you would enjoy? Or is it really not your style? Let me know in the comment section below. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one.